Hello, 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 everybody. I hope all is well tonight. Listen, as you join us tonight, I'm on Facebook, LinkedIn, YouTube. As you join us tonight, I want you to let me know who you are. Say hello to me and let me know where you're signing in from. I'm actually in Charlotte, North Carolina. Let me see who is joining, who is coming in this building and say hello to me. I'm super excited. Hey, Coach Apostle Sister Tracy Carter Russell. I hope all is well tonight. Hey, y'all, share this broadcast out. It is going to be awesome and amazing. Share this out, share this out, share this out. I am going to get started with introducing myself because I want to make sure that we have enough time to get to know Coach Joanna Jones. Hello, Kia from Camden, New Jersey. New Jersey in the building. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you so much for joining. All right, you all. So I am Toyinda Smith Carter. I am a best-selling author, a business consultant, master coach, public speaker, mentor, and the principal at the Coaching Seat LLC. Now, we are a learning and development firm that's in place to improve the employee experiences and increase organizational effectiveness. And I love that. The most favorite part of my job, my career, is that I provide professionals with proven revenue generating methodologies as well as education tools and techniques to become certified coaches, facilitators, and speakers so that they can successfully enter into the industry and they're able to strategically help others in a very, listen to me, solid and strategic way. And they gain financial freedom and flexibility along the way. So most of the time I'll find like really two types of people that come into the program. The first type is individuals who really want to either start coaching certification businesses or become coaching leaders in their organization. Some like to use the coaching skills as communication to help the people that they're already working with. And then we've had individuals come into our programs because they went through other programs and they didn't feel that they learned enough. And so we help them to kind of get up to speed, get up to par, and get very confident. So I'm super excited about that opportunity. I've also taught coaching skills in large higher education institutions, corporations, and statewide agencies. And we've certified 77 professionals to be coaches and facilitators. And I have taught more than 400 individuals to speak with confidence. How did I do that? Because I used to teach public speaking at the university level. So I've had a wonderful opportunity in all of that. I want you to go to our website. It's thecoachingseat.com. Check out all of our programs. We have a lot of programs in terms of we help authors to create signature talks so that they can make impact. We again certify coaches and facilitators and also speakers. We have public speaking courses. And then what's new, we have our sales and influence boot camp, y'all. That's happening in April. If you are an entrepreneur, I know you don't like to sell. But we're going to show you an influential way to do it. So I'm partnering with Dr. Lynette Dutton out of Myrtle Beach, and we are going to give you a boot camp for sales and influence, and it is going to be amazing. It's happening in April. So I'll get that information to you all. So enough about me, enough of what we have going on. I want to bring Coach Joanna into this conversation because I'm really looking forward to hearing what she has to say. Hello, Karen. I hope all is well. Hello, Lakeisha. I hope all is well. All right, y'all. So I was supposed to move my little pictures on the screen. I was trying to be fancy and move my little pictures on the screen. I just didn't do a good job, but it's okay. So here's another one, book to book. We have that course happening. I'm trying to learn. Y'all got to learn how to use this. And I didn't tell you all, but I wrote a new book called The Handbook to Coach Yourself. And that book is close to being in hand. And so I'm super excited that in March, I'll be able to deliver the books that individuals have purchased. And so I'm super excited. This book is a game changing resource that you need. And you can just go to my website, thecoachingseat.com, to purchase it. All right, let's bring Coach Joanna in. Hey, Coach Joanna, how are you doing?
How you doing? Thank
I
you. Thank you.
Awesome. I am doing well. I'm so happy that you were able to join tonight. I know we did a little shifting, and so I'm very thankful that you were able to work your schedule out to join tonight. Thank you so much.
Yes, yes, most definitely.
Awesome. All right, listen, we're going to jump right into it as people are sharing and tagging other people. You want to get into this conversation because Coach Joanna has it going on. All right, Coach Joanna, can you introduce yourself to the people and do not hold back, ma'am?
Well, thank you for that intro, segue to introducing myself. Um, like Coach Tawanda said, my name is Joanna Jones. I do want to say I met Coach Tawanda on Clubhouse, and I was looking for, at the time it was during COVID, and Clubhouse was really hot and heavy at that time, or I was on it a lot. And what she spoke about in one of the rooms just resonated with me, and I was like, I want her. I'm going to go through her coaching program. So that was the beginning of me really leaping out to be who I am now as far as in my business. So again, my name is Joanna Jones. I am the owner of Deep Roots Empowerment. Deep Roots Empowerment, I'm a holistic transformation coach. And what that means is I dwell in the area of natural health. I've been studying natural health for over 30 years. And I found that a lot of people need ways to simplify that process. And so, in my natural health journey and my studies, I'm also I have a certification in as a wellness coach as well. And I wanted to marry the two in teaching people the importance of natural health and how it correlates with the holistic life, which is the big picture. So if you can imagine, in the core is, of course, your spiritual life, God most high. And then around that is natural health, how we're supposed to live anyways, how we're supposed to eat and be healthy. So as I embarked upon what it is my life's goal or passion was, that was it. I mean, natural health has been a part of me since I was in high school. So I wanted to do something surrounding that. So I launched Deep Roots Empowerment probably in 2016, but really not until I took the coaching certification did I really get serious about, okay, let me get really into this. Um, and basically helping others transform their mind, body, and soul, and teach them how to live holistically. So that's basically what I do in a nutshell with on that level, on that side of it.
Okay, so one of the main things I heard you say was that you help people to transform their body, their mind, and their soul.
Mhm. Yes.
So the soul is the will, the mind, and the emotion. So all of that encompasses what you do. Let me pause and say hello to my bonus daughter. Hey, Akira, I hope all is well. Hey, Jasmine, I hope all is well. And hey, Marion, thank you so much for joining. Hi, Ty, thank you also for joining. And hey, Miss Janice, thank you so much for joining. I want to make sure I speak to everybody. But when you talk about transforming, coach, that is some inner work. So transformation has everything to do with the heart work, the work that's inward. Can you just maybe talk a little bit about how you at least start off with the people in terms of like the mindset to kind of get them prepared for this deep roots transformation? Just talk just a little bit about it.
Well, I can definitely say I was my first client
Mm,
because back in 2018, I embarked upon my weight transformation journey, and I always struggled with weight my entire life, and up to that point, it was a light ball moment because I was going through a lot of things emotionally, going through a divorce, and just life was just bananas. I mean, my legs would swell up double the size, and it was horrible. And I was upwards of going towards 400 pounds at the time. And I just, when I released and let go of that pressure and that stress, and I began to start balancing my emotions, the weight started dropping off. And I was like, wait a minute, there's a correlation to stress and emotions to how I feel about myself externally. And so that made me dig deeper. You have to do the inside work in order for it to reflect outwardly. And since that process, I developed a program called Waiting for My Change, which is basically an 8-step program that I devised on what worked for me, on how I got to that point. Not just the weight, the physical is great. I mean, that's you have to feel good about yourself, but incorporated in that program is shifting your mindset and really believe, because having that stronghold with emotional eating and all of that correlates deeply with not shifting your mindset. We got to tell ourselves our mind is stronger than that emotion, that hold, and definitely God is bigger. So I have learned a lot since 2018 in that progress. It's still an am on my weight journey, but I know I have made great strides. And so I took that piece of it. That's just a small piece of the holistic process, but I took that piece, and that's when I embarked upon the coaching option and getting certified. I started off with that, where I helped others tap into that weight transformation. I immersed in natural health, the importance of that, because I'm a natural health buff, as I mentioned. So I was able to devise my own program and have coached in that realm about over 20 people that have had great results and impact, because it's more lasting when you change your mindset and you can understand that it's a lifestyle, it's a journey, it's not a destination, it's a process, and take it day by day. So that's truly transformation, just being able to implement those and reset those thoughts daily to continue transforming daily.
Yes, coach, what you say is really, really good. So, a couple things I kept hearing you say is, if you look at is our thoughts, okay? But then the mindset has to do with our behaviors and our attitudes. And what I heard you say is that if we begin to change our attitudes towards food, towards
Yes.
emotions, towards what's going on in our life, that then our behavior would begin to line up. I won't eat when. I won't overindulge when. See,
Yes.
I let me tell on myself, y'all. I battled with a lot of emotional pain. I mean, emotional pain. I battled with it. I masked it well. How you doing, Samantha? Oh, I'm so good. Yes, I'm good. Masked it really well. But when I went back to my dorm room, when I went back home after college, honey,
Mhm.
I was shut up in my room with the covers over my head. But I didn't want to talk to people. So I had a lot of emotional pain that I dealt with. And a part of that emotional pain, Coach Joanna, is that I would overeat in
Mhm.
many different situations. So let me tell you how bad it was, because I knew what my cycles were. I would have a size from size 12 to size 18 in my closet ready at any time. If my
Mhm.
weight began to fluctuate because of the chaos and the foolishness that I allowed in my space, that Toyinda allowed in her
Mhm.
space,
Mhm. Mhm. Mhm.
I was ready.
Exactly.
Let me pull out this size 12 because I'm feeling real good. Let me pull
Mhm.
out this size 16 because OMG, life is what it is. Look, life is we wasn't saying life in at that time, but life is life. So hey,
Yes.
Minister Natalie. So and hey, Akira. So I had those issues in my life, and so I can resonate with what you're saying. It's the mindset, which is the attitude and the behavior, and it has to line up. And so you work with individuals who need this type of support, and they need this type of accountability and to take ownership for their environment and then also what they do in the environment. So
Exactly.
I love that. And I know you said you just shared a portion of it, but I love it. I know that you have like a private group like in waiting for my change. I think, oh, I'm probably making
That's
something
the
up.
name. Yes, that's the name of it.
Okay,
That.
waiting for my change. So
Yeah.
what do you do in that private group, and how can people get into that?
I do have a private Facebook group, and that it's not on pause. It's still active in there. I just going through my transformation because again, transformation is just not about weight. I still had some more things I had to purge out this year, so I had to really get crystal clear on what I wanted to do. So I just got back to figuring out, okay, this is the path I'm gonna go. So I'm gonna get back active in that group. I did start my first master class the beginning of last year with a 8-week class for waiting for my change. So I've already, dove into, testing the waters, and I had great response. And so I'm gonna get back to that as far as, just getting past some fears and some things. And so, and working out the kinks. And so I've learned, and I know what I know, and that's the thing about, like, when you have a passion, you know what you know. You're the expert in, and based on your experience, and just go from there with it. And the reason I said it's a small piece, and the reason I paused is because I did not want to become a weight loss expert. That's not it. I was like, no, I don't want to just only do that. Like I was saying, I'm a holistic coach, so it's looking at the whole person, every area in your life, relationships, your career, your everything comes together to make the sum, to make you a whole person. All those pieces make you that whole person. They all have to be in balance, because if not, if there's any imbalances, it's gonna cause issues and duress and stress in your life. So I wanted to, that weight piece is a portion of it, but I also, the transformation is about the whole person. So I had to step back and see exactly how I wanted to, be able to deliver that. And I believe that God has given me the vision. So I'm executing some things now.
Listen, I love that. And anytime we are embarking on a new thing, what has to happen is that we have to make adjustments along the way. Because if we think it's going to be perfect when we start, we're going to stop.
Yeah.
So I can resonate with, or with you. It resonates with me what you said in terms of, getting clarity on which way you want to go and what you want to do. No, I don't want to be just a weight loss coach. I want to be holistic, the entire will, mind, and the entire soul, right? So will, mind, and emotions. And so I love that, because our emotions, coach, they really do drive our behaviors. And so those are the things that we extract, right? So in the coaching program, we teach all of our coaches to extract limiting beliefs, distractions, and emotional interferences. And so the work that you're doing is so important, because a lot of times we can't, quote unquote, get it together, pull
Right.
ourselves together in whichever area of our life,
Yeah.
because our mindset and our emotions are, I call it wacky. I was talking to me and my husband have a podcast together called A Choice to Love, and we were talking about this unorthodox is having great faith, taking risk, and we have to have our emotions under control when we're making decisions.
Yes,
And
you
when
do.
I'm making decisions to put that Reese cup in my mouth and then go back in that bag and get all them other ones and eat them in that one moment,
Yes.
I need to get my wacky emotions under control. Now, so I love it.
Yes.
Hey, I love it that this is the work that you are doing. Talk about some of the products that you make, the food and the smoothies, or some of the products, teas and things that you make. Talk a little bit about that.
So being a natural health person, and a lot of people are afraid of that word, but what I have found, this is the way I eat and the way I have learned that works for me is how God wants us to eat anyways. Cutting out, all the toxins, food additives, being as natural as possible. There's many modalities out there. There's veganism. There's a lot of areas. I believe in eating balance because you need, meat, carbs, fats. You need all of those things. And so when I make meals or when I cook or I focus on, I keep it simple, my meat, my carb, and a simple fat. And when I do like smoothies, I make my own smoothies from home, spinach, or kale and fruit and, celery. I just keep it simple. I don't buy smoothies like at McDonald's. If you go to McDonald's, if you look on the nutritional label, McDonald's one of their smoothies has like 54 grams of sugar, or some crazy number. And so when you begin to learn and understand, when you're reading labels and understanding nutritional labels, and if it's too many words or too long, or if it's too much fat, too much sugar, stay away from that. And you can eat so much healthier at home. So I've learned, like, I'm gonna give you an example. I love coffee, but I had to cut back on because I was drinking it too much. Well, you can buy some roasted dandelion roots, and it tastes just like coffee. Put cream in it, sugar. It's delicious. I use coconut sugar, and I love it. And that's one of the misconceptions about natural health. People are like, ugh, that doesn't taste like this. But if you get past the taste and know how healthy it is, dandelion root is very healthy for you. It helps, get off extra water and off your body. And anyway, so I always tie back anything I eat, like, is this healthy for me? And if it's not good for me, I know if I eat it, I'm gonna feel terrible, or I'll know that it's not good for my body. And because I've changed my taste buds, my body would tell me, no, you shouldn't have ate that. I'll immediately get heartburn, or I'll just feel like I have a brick in my stomach. So the natural health, that's one part of the food. So eating as natural as possible, salads and things like that, because the more vegetables and fruits, we've heard that forever, but it's really true. Your body truly heals yourself when you eat it well. But also the other part of natural health that I love is the natural remedy part side of it. So I did launch my natural product line. I started off with elderberry kits, and I don't have a kit in front of me to show you, but what the DIY elderberry kits, I started there. Basically, I provide the elderberries. I put the ingredients, and it's in a bag, and you can purchase it, and you can make your own elderberry syrup at home. I include the instructions. The reason I do that is because elderberry is powerful. It's good during this cold season. It just does a lot. I mean, on contact, it kills bacteria, it kills viruses. It's just really good to ingest this time of year, especially with everything that's going around. So, and the reason why I embarked upon it is because in the store, if you go into the store and buy elderberry syrup, first of all, it's expensive. You're only going to get like a little 6-ounce fluid bottle. And it's mostly corn syrup. It's very thick. And they put a lot of corn syrup in it. So when you make it yourself, actually, when you make it at home, it's not actually syrupy. It's more liquidy, but you just put honey in there, and it's good. And you can make, I think my kit makes 16 fluid ounces, and you're saving a lot of money because a little bottle at the store is like $20 of elderberry syrup. So I wanted to start somewhere like that. Other products, again, this is the holistic lifestyle that I'm work on. So I did write a book. Me and my daughter are, but I don't know if you can see it, but it's called Deep, Deep Roots Empowerment. But it's mamas and daughters healing from unspoken past hurts. So one of the things about the holistic lifestyle, the premise we talk about emotional trauma and pain. When you don't deal with your issues, it's gonna come out in so many different ways. Some people, may come out like I said through mine is weight, gain weight, eating, emotional eating. Some people just act out. They have addictions. Some people are just angry and they hurt people because they're mad. They're hurting. And so, in the holistic lifestyle, you got to address those traumas. So, even if you're embarking upon a weight transformation journey, you got to deal with that inside because weight is the hardest. It's demonic. So
Yeah,
you got
yeah.
to get to the root of why am I like this? And a lot of people don't want to deal with that. They don't want to drill down. So that takes either some self evaluation, getting counseling, because I'm not a therapist, hiring a therapist to really dig down to the root of why you are the way you are. And
So
my
pause, coach, real quick. Let me just pause. So the book is called Mamas and Daughters Dealing with Unspoken Hurts.
yes,
Okay. And you
yes,
and your daughter wrote the book.
yes,
And the biggest concept behind the book is we have to speak about the hurts that we've been carrying because
exactly,
those hurts begin to cause us to act out.
correctly. Yes,
Mm,
that it acts out with, and a lot of it just blows my mind how many people are not dealing with their issues.
mm.
They're in denial. They're like, I'm good. No, you have. So this book, it forced me to look at my own issues because I had trauma growing up. My daughter, the same incident that happened to me happened to her. I was, inappropriately touched younger, and she was inappropriately touched. And I was like, wait a minute, this is a curse here. This got to be broken. And so the book is our story, my story from my perspective, and her story, how she overcame and how we were able to keep our relationship intact. Because a lot of mother and daughter relationships are severed because of things like that. So I
Mm,
talk about in the book how to come back together. So my vision is so big and it's
yeah,
realistic, it's so big, but I'm like, it's still everything interconnects.
I love it. I love it. I want to go back to the book. So you have the book right there with you. Number one, how can people get the book? And then number two, I want you to, if you could go to the very first chapter and read the first paragraph for us.
Okay.
So first, how can we get the book?
You can get the book. You can go to my website,
Mhm.
deeprootsempowerment.net.
Roots Empowerment. Try to find a Roots Empowerment.
.net.
I need to spell that right. POWERMENT.net. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, it's EMPOWERMENT.net.
Yes. Hold on.
Roots. Let me see. Yeah, because I want to make sure we get that. I am stopping the broadcast just to make sure we get that in the chat. Because I want people to look at that because and hey, my mom's on. Hey, Apostle Mama, how you doing? So I want to make sure people get this book. I want them to be able to know how to find it, and then we're going to go to that first chapter because I
Okay.
really, really, really. Oh, here is it. Is it in the link tree?
It's in my link. Yeah, it is
Okay,
in the link.
I'm gonna drop the link tree in
Okay. It
unless
should
you find the pathway to the website. I want to make sure.
I can
Okay,
send
yeah.
you it. I can
Yeah,
no,
so I do have the link tree. I'm gonna drop that in, y'all. I want y'all to click on that link tree, and I want you to get this book because we all have had. It seems like all women are on here now. I know we've had these types of concerns, and we want to become our best selves, and so they have provided a resource for us to help us to become our best selves by dealing with those unspoken hurts and those concerns that we refuse. Thank you, I got it. That we
Oh,
refuse to deal with.
that's
Yep,
I
I got it.
gotta resend it. So just give me a second.
Okay.
But yes, I'll send it. Give
Okay.
me a second.
Good.
I'll
Perfect.
go ahead
Perfect.
and read the first chapter.
The
And
first paragraph in the first chapter, because they need to go get that book.
as Coach Tawanda mentioned, the book is, and then, like I mentioned, it's about mothers and daughters overcoming the shame that comes with being abused in a home, and it sometimes is not properly dealt with. It's swept under the rug. In my situation, when it happened to me, I was sent away. I was sent to my grandmother's house down south. So it's a lot, especially in the Black community. It just was not dealt with properly. And I just had a conversation with my mom. My mom shared some things that happened to her when she was a child. She just recently, I had no idea. I'm like, wow. So it's a cycle that has to stop. So I just want to say, I'll just read this. I had put my eyes on. So one second. um, okay, so I want to. The first chapter is called "My Cycle of Abuse Ends and My Healing Begins with Me." It ends and begins with you, right? And so the quote that starts off the chapter is unhealed trauma can cause you to excuse, ignore, or downplay mistreatment because you've survived the worst. Healing helps you recognize your worth and raise your standards on how you should be treated. So when you've been abused, it's a cycle. You make wrong decisions in men. You, like I did, overate and mistreated myself, and so it's just a continual cycle until we stop it. And so, just basic, I'll just read the first paragraph. When I first read this quote, I didn't like it. It was because it denotes I had to do something. I had to take responsibility and accountability for my own issues and activate healing in my life, myself. Yes, people have hurt me and caused me grief and pain in my life, but notice I said have hurt, which is past tense. More than likely, those people who have hurt me are still living their lives and have no guilt about what they did to you because of your grief. So I never wanted to take accountability for my pain. I wanted to bleed on everybody else and woe is me, and I want people to feel sorry for me. And in 2018 that changed when I had to take control of mine and let my past not control me any longer.
Listen, I love it. Y'all. Make sure you go and get the book. It is called Mamas and Daughters. What did I do with it? Say, give us the name again. Mamas and Daughters.
Mamas and daughters healing from unspoken past hurts.
Healing from unspoken past hurts. Oh, that's rich and that's deep. Wow. I love it. I love it. And that's important. That's really us doing like deep internal work. That's the transformation. That's the hard work that you're doing in terms of the deep roots empowerment process, that entire process. And I love that. When did you get certified, coach?
Actually, June of 2021, I think I was in the third cohort in
Okay.
the virtual program, which was
Yeah.
awesome.
Oh, yay. I'm so happy I did that virtual program, coach. It's not even funny because COVID was here clowning.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
COVID was acting a whole fool. And so I had to shift quickly. And I didn't want to because I was thinking it was going to really diminish the integrity of the program. But the online program turned out to be awesome and amazing. And so I'm so pleased with that. So what caused you to really enhance what was already on the inside of you? So again, I've said it before, many of our coaches, they come in with a particular set of skills, right? They come in with skills already. And what we do in our program is we really just capitalize and enhance the strengths that you all have. So what caused you to enhance what was already on the inside of you?
I was just at a point where I was like, there's something more to life.
Mm-hmm.
I work. I've been on my job. It'll be 20 years now,
Wow.
and I was like, no, there's more to life. I don't want to just. I wanted to do something. I've always been a person that empowered and like helping others, and
Mhm.
so I wanted to take it to another level and actually tap into that and
Mhm.
bring it together. And when I saw the opportunity to become certified as a coach, I was like, that's perfect because
Yeah.
that's what I'm doing. I help coach people to their greatness. So I
Yeah.
want to continue that.
Awesome. Hey, Charlisa, I hope all is well. Okay, coach. So what are you able to do now that you weren't able to do before you went through the course?
I think, and even when I got certified, it still was a process because I know we had to do the hours to get our certification. And I remember, like, oh my gosh, I got to talk to people. So, but it just made me really focus. And then when I saw people excited and getting results for themselves based on what I was teaching them, I was like, okay, maybe this can do something. This is the impact that I need to make. That I need to continue on this path,
Mhm.
and um, so it just helped bring out of me what I needed to help because we're here to help other people. Our struggles and trauma and things we go through, when we learn the lessons from that, that is you take those lessons to help other people
Yeah.
through their
Yeah.
situation.
I love it. I love it. So, what's next for Coach Joanna? What do you have coming up? You have any projects happening that you might want to share, or any conferences, sessions, seminars, any offerings? What's going on? What's next?
I I do want to launch my podcast, and I was in
Hmm.
circles about it for a while. At first, I was like, no, I'm not gonna do that. Then I was like, no. And so my podcast is going to be called "Holistic Girl in an Imbalanced World."
Oh, I like that. I like that.
Breaking down the stigma of what holistic really is, and like I said, natural health. People are afraid of it, but like I said, it's how you're supposed to live anyway. It's
Hmm.
just the world impacts us and sends messages that we're supposed to do these things that are harmful to us, and we don't have to. We can live naturally. That's how we're supposed to live. So that's what the podcast will be about.
I'm excited. What's holding you back from getting going on that? Hey, Miss
well,
Karen.
I just ordered my microphone. Literally, I just literally got it yesterday. So I was like, okay, well, I got the material, I got content. Let me get to talking. So it's just a matter of sitting down and doing it. So
All right, definitely get on it, get on it. I even see for you some I almost feel like they're recipe books of just like what to eat to help
yeah,
people along to make it easier for them. So I just encourage you to really just push forward. Don't delay because it's going to be able to bring some wealth in. I also see you speaking on so I was gonna call it a podcast, but it's like a video cast, like some kind of video. You're like, but it's not like just your voice, but you're gonna. It's not an interview. It's kind of like an interview, but it's like a I don't know what they call it, but it's like a podcast, but your face is going to be there.
hmm
So really prepare yourself for that. Let fear know that it can go sat down somewhere because
exactly.
this your voice has everything to do with your financial increase. So prepare yourself for more speaking but get those recipes done because it's going to bring in um, quite a bit of money for you.
It's interesting you said that because I didn't put that down as a next step, but I want to do an interactive book on the 8 steps that I have on
Mm,
how to, and it's not just for weight loss. I mean, if you
mm,
don't have a weight problem, that's it's not just for that. It's incorporating natural
mhm,
remedy, natural health, eating better. So I want you just confirmed my thoughts today. I want to do an interactive like workbook and where people
mm,
can walk through it and see, like you said, recipes and how to
mm.
do some things. So yes.
That's awesome. Awesome, 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 awesome. All right. I encourage you to push, push, push forward. Yay. Wonderful. All right. So, what is maybe one word, maybe, that you would give everybody who needs to continue to just really create winning effects in their lives, maybe as it relates to the work that you're doing? Do you have just maybe one word?
I have a quote that I found that says so much. It says, "Distance between who you are and who you want to be is only separated by what you do."
Mm.
So what you do is huge. You have the power to, through, God Most High. He gives us what we need, but we got to execute. We
Yeah.
got it. We could do it.
Yeah, I love it. Execute is what you do. Is that's the difference. Is what you do. So we call that even in like the learning and development world, we call that the transfer gap or the performance gap. So we know what we should be doing, but we don't do it.
Right.
And so
Right.
it's the thing in the middle. Yeah, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Well, listen, Coach Joanna, I want you to let the people know how they can find you. I've already put the website in the chat. I've put the link tree in the chat as well. How can they connect with you on, if you have Facebook, Instagram, and those types of things?
On Instagram, it's Deep Roots Empowerment. You'll
Mhm.
find me on there. And Facebook, I'm just Joanna Jones right now on Facebook. But definitely on Instagram, you can reach out to me and my website. And, I'd be glad any questions you have. If you have anybody that's listening, if you have a natural health question you would like to ask, you know, just shoot me a message and I'll definitely will be there to assist you. Figuring out.
I muted myself. Sorry. Okay. Listen, listen, listen. Coach Joanna came and she shared with us all of the wonderful things she's doing to transform her coachees, her coaching clients, and her customers, and even her community. So I want you all to connect with Coach Joanna. She is a very solid coach. As a matter of fact, every coach that's a part of the Champion Influence brand is solid. So we are grateful for you. Thank you so much for trusting our process in terms of becoming a coach and a facilitator. And I really am looking forward to seeing what else you are going to produce and where you're going to go with everything. So
Thank
thank you so much,
you.
Coach. I
Thank you.
appreciate you.
Thank you for the invite. I'm so glad to be here. And you're
Yay.
awesome too.
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, Coach. So I'm going to pull you off and then I'm going to wrap up with everybody. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you, Coach. Listen, so there you have it. Coach Joanna is shutting the game down as it relates to holistic coaching. I want you to make sure you connect with her, especially get that book if you are a daughter or a mother who's dealing with those unspoken hurts. We've got to nip it at the bud. We've got to cut it off at the root. You already know, and so we can become the best version of ourselves. So I want to again encourage you to check out my website, thecoachingseat.com. You all, we have coach certifications, public speaking courses. We help authors to go from book to book, meaning they're going to create a signature talk with their book. And we just have so many wonderful services that you can take part in that will help you to become your best self. There's no reason why anybody should be stuck or anybody should be struggling with with their next move or what you should do next. So I want you to check out our website, check out Coach Joanna, and also if you go to my website, you are able to find a coach. So you just have to look for that feature at the top of the website and find a coach who can help you to move forward. I also want to encourage you all to go and purchase my new handbook, which is the handbook to I'm going to say unleash your potential. That was my first book, the handbook to coach yourself using 5 practical steps. In this book, we deal with your strategic life plan. We talk about how to cancel and resist the outcomes of invalidation. We really look at you, again, curating and creating that life plan and really taking action so that you can be your highest self, because that's what it's about. It's about us being able to live the life that we deserve to live. And you already know that there's already a plan in place for you. There are already purposes in place for you, and it's an expected end. So I want you to get there and get there with some joy. Okay. So listen, I'm Toyinda Smith, a TEDx speaker, best-selling author, business consultant, master coach, and I'm the creator of the Champion Influence Coach, Facilitator, and Speaker Certification programs. You can follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube, as well as the Clubhouse at the Coaching Seat. I want to see you next Thursday. We're going to have an amazing time with more introductions of coaches. So don't forget again to check my book out. It's almost in hand, y'all. So I'm just waiting for it to get here, and we will be able to distribute the books and do more work with them. Okay. So I'm Coach Toyinda, and I will see you all soon. Blessings.